Hi guys, here from Kosovo. I'm on the way to Mitrovica now. It was a very good first leg of this tour 2022 in May, and I'm calling for European Kosovo to be very successful inside the European Union. And I know many of my stakeholders here say, oh no, let's join first the Council of Europe and then we maybe will get the OK for the candidate status whenever the Americans and the Europeans tell us. But that's not the right approach. We have to be very ambitious and we have to go all in now. There is no other way. Go for NATO, go for EU, go for candidate status, and make it very clear that Kosovo will be together with Serbia and Bosnia, if the Serbs are behaving. It will be in the European Union in 2029. And this is the way to go ahead. And anything else, if we continue to wait and to differ and to procrastinate, and to continue to somehow wait for better times, yeah. And then we will continue and we will wait and we will wait for another 20 years, yeah? And this is no longer acceptable. We have to go all in. We have to apply for WTO, EU and NATO. And then, for example, I made the case already. Erdogan is saying he's a friend. Huh? Let's have him veto NATO accession for Finland in case Kosovo is not in. And Bosnia as well in NATO. Let's ask as well Albania to veto NATO accession if Kosovo is not in. Let's be a bit more brutal and let's be a bit clearer. And also when it comes about the EU, look, go to Croatia, go to Slovenia. Is there no friend? The EU should be absolutely clear. EU candidate status for Kosovo. I mean, there's no way. And who is not recognizing Kosovo is not part of the free world. It must be very clear as well. So when our friends in Ukraine, when Ukraine stands in full, Kosovo stands in full solidarity, they are not recognizing, too bad. Then they cannot join the EU because there is no objective reason not to be in NATO, not to be in EU, not to recognize Kosovo, not to adopt the euro. People who do that make a tragic mistake. And that must be very clear. So it's not a question of, oh, I understand you have a problem and therefore in Moldova you cannot recognize. No, you must recognize. Because otherwise you are then in all these negotiations you say, oh no, we can wait, we don't have to do it. I understand Transnistria, I understand Crimea. No, we are all victims of Putin's narrative then. And we shall not be. We must be clear. And the clarity is needed. And this idea of compromising here, compromising there, understanding the concerns, and all these things, that's totally wrong. If we as Austria have recognized Kosovo, how come, for example, then Moldova does think they have better insights in the foreign policy than me? Or than Austria? No. Or other thinking, you start then to think, it was maybe that Moldova decides it was not so good idea to intervene in 99. Yeah? This is not the way to do it. If we start to question our own decisions from 99, then Putin has won. I mean, this is the principle we have to defend here. And also the principle of unity. It's not that Ukraine is determining the European foreign policy or accession policy. It's not that Kosovo is determining. It's our own decisions which we took for good reasons. To intervene in 99, to recognize in 2008, and now to help Ukraine and to sanction Russia. We do this for our values. If we then later open up the debate about our decisions in 99, 2008 and 2020, 14 and 22, we open it then for evaluation by all future members if they kindly would agree with our past foreign policy decisions. Like, it's not up for Moldova or for Ukraine to decide if what we did in '99 it was correct. They join us if they have specific problems structurally, like Transnistria or like Crimea and like South Ossetia. Okay, we still accept you, but you cannot impose your own fragility then on us and then say, oh, you don't like the situation how we settled Cyprus, or you don't like how we settled the Bosnian or Kosovo war, and then you in Kiev and in Chisinau started to question the decision of our foreign policy decisions in another crisis 10 or 20 years ago. And then you say, no, we have this problem and we cannot. If you have a problem, stay out. Then don't join the political union. So we must be here, I think, very clear. It's very beautiful here. But also Kosovo cannot impose its foreign policy issues on the rest of Europe. No, we accept you, we recognized you, you are now very welcome, join, but you are joining us and we are not joining Kosovo. Yeah. And the same for Serbia and the same for everybody. Yeah? And if the 9 countries beyond, they don't like each other, because they seem to have a different view in Ukraine about what happened in '99 here, or in 2008, or somebody else, really seriously, you need to form an alliance, you need to stick together, and then we can open up the European Union, or we cannot do it. And then the French have won, and the Serbs and the Russians. And if you want that, okay. But all who are not supporting each other are ultimately the useful idiots of Putin and of Macron. Yeah? So it's not like that. Otherwise, I get really upset. Okay, more to come from Pax Europiana on my little tour. Thanks a lot. Bye.